I mean, most of our successes in relationships are followed by a failure that then we follow up with another success because in theory we're learning from our mistakes. But in your situation or in their situation, I would think that looking back and saying, hey, here's what my dad did, and look, here are the other decisions that he made after that point, and here's how he interacted with us, and here's how we felt important, and here's how, I learned how to be a better partner, a better mate.
Well, there's being divorced and then there's being not in their life. And I think
Night and
those
day
two,
difference.
I think oftentimes people confuse that. Because again, I'm physically distanced from my kids, but I check in with my kids every day. I'm going to pick them up from school tomorrow. I had them out at the house 2 weekends ago. I'm going to have them out at the house the following weekend. I would go to all of their sporting events. There's a difference between being divorced and not being there. And what I want to do, what I desperately want to do is actually try to not erase some of what they saw, but to give them a better contrast and show them what a healthy relationship looks like. Because if I'm being completely honest, the only way that I could describe the relationship and the reason that I chose to leave is that it was unhealthy. And I say that without blame. It was unhealthy for both of us. And it being unhealthy for both of us meant it was unhealthy for the kids. Mm-hmm. And I want to give them an example of what that doesn't look like. So show them a healthy relationship so at least they can see both sides. And then by doing that, I don't think you have to say too much to them. You can just give them the example and they can say, oh, that's what it's supposed to be like.
I see it. I feel it.
Yeah. And I also want my ex-wife to find somebody to have that with as well. Mm-hmm. Like that's one thing that I'm very adamant about is I also want the other half of this equation to be happy and successful and fulfilled. So I mean, the best world would be is that we can both show that example of a healthy relationship. Whether or not that happens, I don't know.
That would be ideal because then they build a more data points.
Yeah.
So that it's not, like you said, such a contrast.
Yeah.
What other questions do you want to ask, Andrew?
Well, I mean, I was actually curious, just from a father's perspective, with your job when the kids were young.
Yeah.
What was it like to see your children, see them as babies and then have these huge chunks of time just go by where you didn't have access to them? I mean, did you feel like you missed out on anything? Did you feel, was it strange coming home to them? Was there any sort of...
Yeah, no, I know what you're asking. For me, people can view my career occupation as lucky or unlucky. It depends on the optic and what you're looking for. So Riley was born in 2003. I went through selection in 2002.